Hello, and welcome back to It's About Time, where we take a look at affordable watches for the everyday man. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a really cool watch. It's my personal everyday beater watch. I'm talking about the Casio G-Shock. Tough solar and atomic. So grab a seat, grab a drink, make yourself comfortable, because we're going to dig into the details of this watch coming up. All right, we're taking a look at the Casio G-Shock Solar Atomic. If you're looking for information on how to operate this watch and all of its various features, I will have a card linked up here for you, and that way you can check that out. But this is just the review. So let's go ahead and get into it. And as you can see, not a very spectacular box for what I think is a very spectacular watch. Very, very humble in my opinion. You can see there, this one, I picked this up at Walmart on sale, so I did not pay the $89.92 that you see there, but they did have this in their displays. So, by the way, I will have a link in the description below where you can find this watch at one of the best prices that I've been able to find, and that will be in the description below. So go ahead and check that out for the current pricing and availability of this watch. Let's go ahead and get it on out of here. Not much to discuss. Let's get that out. And what are we left with here? Oh my. That is a lot of paperwork. Are we going to go through all this? Are we really going to go through every last piece of paper here? Oh, what do we got here? Well, fortunately, there's not a whole lot to here. There's a couple manuals and what to do if your watch stops or does not operate normally. But these here, the rest that come with it, these are just operation manuals in another language. But the big one here, the big boy, this one is the entire operating manual in English. And it will tell you everything you need to know about the watch, which I did not read, of course, as I am a man, and I don't read things. So we'll just go ahead and put this right back in there, nice and tucked away. And let's go ahead and get this off of its little pedestal. And we will take a look at one of my favorite watches. Now, there's a lot to go over on this watch. It looks very unassuming, but this comes packed with a lot of great features, a lot of useful features. As you can see up top there, the Multiband 6. What that's referring to is the radio frequencies that this watch is able to pick up. There are 6 atomic towers throughout the world, and this can pick up on either one of them. If you're living in the US like myself, then yours is broadcasting out of Colorado. And then we see Tough Solar. That is the solar panel. Now, it's hard to see it, but basically the black ring that is around the inside of the mineral crystal there, inside the bezel, that is your solar panel. And that absorbs light, ambient light from either the sun during the daytime or even ambient light like we have here in the studio lighting. It's collecting energy there, and it is storing it up in a battery, and that way your watch will last, well, essentially it could last a lifetime. I've only had this watch a few months, and I haven't had any issues with the battery dipping down too low. Only once did I ever see it go down to low, and that was during a time that I was working mostly nights, and I wasn't keeping the watch near a window during the daytime. So if you are mostly wearing this during the nighttime and it's not seeing much sunlight, it's a good idea just to set it out in the sun every once in a while, maybe on your days off, and that way it gets some sun to charge that battery back up. And of course, this watch is a G-Shock, meaning that it is shock resistant. I bought this watch because I wanted something that was extremely tough, that would hold up to my everyday work. I drive a truck day in, day out, and I'm also working in warehouses moving pallets, operating forklifts and pallet jacks and things of that nature. So I wanted a watch that I could wear to work that was going to be nice and tough, that I didn't have to worry about it getting banged up. This is my daily beater watch. It is also water resistant up to 200 meters. It shows 20 bar there, which translates to 200 meters. So you can go swimming with this watch, light diving, snorkeling, and you're not going to have to worry about getting water inside your watch and killing it. Now, what are some of the features that this watch has? Well, we can cycle through them by clicking the mode button, the one down here on the left. So some of the prominent features that this has, of course, it displays the time. I display it in military time because I use that for my work. You can also see that it has a day and date. See, it's October 11th, and it has the day, which is Thursday. Now, cycling through some of the other features that this has, by clicking the mode button, we switch over to world time. This is UTC. This would show our alarm. Now, this is alarm signal, and as you can see, that is on. Now, that means that every time I click a button, now you can have it display the day, the date, and the month if you'd like, or you can switch it over to the world time. You can choose to set it to any time zone that you'd like. So if you need to keep an eye on a different place in the world, then you can have that set, and just with the touch of a button, you can switch between the date and the time in another part of the world. Makes it a lot easier. You can either switch it there, or you can just hit this mode button, and that'll switch over to the secondary day or secondary time that you have already have programmed. Switching over, you see the alarm signal. That is referring to the beep that you hear every time I touch one of the buttons. You can decide whether to have that on or not. I like to have it on. You can also cycle through your 5 different alarms. Alarm 1, 2, 3, 4. And your 5th alarm is a snooze alarm. And that will cycle on and off over a period of time for a half hour. I believe it's every 10 minutes it goes off for up to a half hour. And that's your snooze feature. Going on to the next is your stopwatch. Stopwatch, very easy to use. Start, stop, reset. There's also a lap feature. It does have a timer that's displayed in hours and minutes. And down here it will show you what you have your timer set for. So you notice it's a 5-minute timer. That's just what I have it set to right now. And then back to regular time and date. And of course the 5th button on here is your illumination. As you can see, it illuminates up to 3 seconds. You can either set it to 1 second or 3. I like 3. And the other neat feature that this has is if you just tilt your watch from a 90-degree angle to about a 45-degree angle, there's a sensor built into it that will detect the arm movement, and it will illuminate for you. So just when you need to check the time, you just bring it up, and there you go. You don't even have to worry about hitting the button. Boy, didn't Casio just think of everything on this? Now, aesthetically, I'm a little mixed on this watch. Overall, I do like the look and presentation of it. Unfortunately, because it is a G-Shock, it is rather thick, so I'll go ahead and pop it on the wrist here. And you can see it does raise up above the wrist a considerable amount. So it does make it a little bit more prone to getting knocked around. And I hit it on pallets and bars and poles all day long. But that's what I bought this watch for. It can take that. One nice feature is one of the nice thoughts that they have, if you notice the plastic guarding on here, it does help protect the stainless steel bezel. But the mineral crystal, which I do like that this is actually mineral crystal and not, it's not acrylic, it's not plastic. So it's not going to scratch up as easy as plastic. It'll stay nice and pristine. But it is recessed very deeply into the bezel here. So the likelihood of you hitting this on something, scraping it against a wall or a pole, which I tend to do a lot, you're not necessarily going to hurt it that easily unless you have something that hits directly onto the glass there. And then, of course, you would break it. All in all, it is very comfortable, very easy to wear. The curvature of the band and the body here, all integrated. It does make for a very easy wearing watch. So very nice to have that comfort when I'm wearing it all day long. As far as bands go, this is pretty darn proprietary. Very nice that it is screwed in. So you chance of breaking the spring bar. It's not a flimsy spring bar in there. It's screw barred in, so it's nice, and it's tough, which is what this watch was designed for. It was designed to be able to take a beating and keep on going. It's designed around practicality, longevity, hence the solar, and accuracy, the atomic timekeeping. So, all in all, I think that this is an incredible watch for the money. You're getting a solar-powered atomic G-Shock. With those three things together, you're generally going to be looking at a watch that's well over $100 to get all those things together. In particular, this model number, the GW-M500A, absolutely a banging deal for the money. I spent some good time looking for an atomic solar watch that was shock resistant from Casio, and they seem to be the only ones making watches that are this tough and this water resistant with both the atomic timekeeping and the solar capabilities. So to come in at this price point, absolutely a bargain, and I couldn't recommend this watch more. In fact, I think I'm going to be getting this watch for a couple of my family members as gifts, just because I have a couple people to buy watches for, and I can't be spending hundreds of dollars on watches every time. Well, I want to thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching this review. If you liked it, go ahead and give it that thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe for more watch reviews. Once again, if you are looking for information on how to set this watch and how to actually operate all the different features, I will have a card linked right up here for you. Until next time, we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.